and the balance is even, you put just 1 grain of salt on either side, it's going to tip the scales. Just 1 grain of salt. Now, go ahead and get the next verse.
It says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store."
Yeah, but that dude was fucking cursed as fuck. He's a homeless motherfucker.
He was thirsty, hella thirsty, wanted water.
And he didn't even act respectful after that, man. I gave him some water so his bitch ass could drink. Because I am human, I felt sorry for his ass, so I gave him some water. But that water's gonna turn into a curse to him.
But it was spiritual because we gave him water, but we were giving him the spiritual water. You know?
Man, go ahead, get that. Rivers of living water. Hey, today I had a plan. I said we're gonna get into Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, starting from verse 15 to 69, 68. But my plans don't mean nothing. I know that. I'm not upset. I'm actually excited. Cause that was pretty good. Yeah, and you know what? You know what's fucking hilarious? It all started with the Spirit. Each individual that came up here to talk and to make a commotion, the Spirit led them here. The Spirit had that guy like Michael come all the way from down the street. He's seen us from all the way down the street. The Spirit called unto him. Okay, because he was thirsty, man. He was real thirsty.
Yep, because that's why he said he came back over here because we got information.
Go ahead, read that.
It's John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Okay, we had a couple of people that come up here. Go ahead.
Oh, but it said, he that believeth on me.
Exactly. So we had a couple of people that were getting full with the Spirit, full of that water, that living water. And there was a couple of demons that came up. And you could tell the demons right away. You could fucking tell the demons right away.
Yeah.
You could look at somebody's face. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave you the power to discern. I know I get upset.
My brother didn't even take off his glasses so we could see him in his eyes.
Pure fucking demon. Pure fucking demon. He's fucking crazy, man. Hey, but he's
a joker.
He's a joker. And what that means for him, he basically marked himself. Everybody that came up here marked himself. He marked himself for death and destruction. Because how you gonna come up here when you see someone already up here having a holy conversation and try to persuade them otherwise?
Yeah, he just came in and just jumped right in the conversation.
Yeah, now I hope those fucking white kids right there fucking crash and die in that fucking BMW. They didn't say shit when they were out here, but they got in their car and started moving their lips.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, and that white boy needs to be scared because that white girl's looking at us. She looks pretty nice too.
And deep inside, they are scared, you know.
So we already knew that was gonna be a bad conversation. But we had a holy one. Go ahead, get the next one.
That's why the tribe of Judah is like a lion, you know. That's why they have the lion representing the Lord.
Hey, you're lucky as hell the Lord himself wasn't here. You're fucking lucky. And that's, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Because that's how we sustained ourselves. We had a farm the land, raise our own meat, raise our own livestock, make our own clothes, and we can't do that anymore. So that's definitely cursed.
Because it says the fruit of your body, that's like the works that you bring out. You know, the works that show.
And also it could be in the children that you have. And that kid, that old ass homeless guy, he's a bad fruit. And that's how you could tell people have a bad attitude and you don't really like them right away. I was looking at him and I was like, man, this mother. He had his sunglasses on, didn't want to take them off, acting like a damn demon, which he is, and his other friend is probably too. But then he knew this guy in a mobile home. What did he do? He took off his fucking head. Hey, there's two kinds of marks here. The mark of the beast and the heavenly mark. When you come up here, or you come up to any camp across Babylon or any part of the world, you're gonna get marked. So it's better to get marked for the good. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and like cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. Like that brother was an example, because if he had any kids, he couldn't even take care of them. It says, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Man, he came in cursed and he's leaving out in a worse condition. I mean, if he was a serious person, he wouldn't have did what he did.
Yep.
Hey, he's all fucked up in the head.
He wasn't sincere. You know?
And everybody that comes up here is either homeless or people think they're homeless.
Because this part of the city is kind of, you know, this is where all the Israelites are. This is where we come so we can catch all the Israelites.
And we're at the craziest part of town, because on the east side of it, no wait, that's the east side, right? Yeah, on the east side of that street, Harris, there's nothing but Israelites. And on the west side of it is where the businesses are for all of the Edomites, and even the library for the Edomites.
It's like the line right here,
This is where this is the border. This is the border. This is the real border right here. How you doing? Pretty good, pretty good.
You read the Bible? You read the Bible?
Yeah, I do.
Because we're here to teach the truth. If you want to know about it.
You know about the Lord's true skin color? He's one of. This is the tribe of Judah. So.
You know about the 12 tribes of Israel?
12 tribes of Israel?
Israel? Because Israel, he had 12 sons, right, in the Bible? And these are his 12 sons, but they're actually 12 nationalities. Who are these people right here? And it starts off with the Negroes, and it goes all the way down to the Mexicans. Okay, now these are God's chosen people right here. He promised these people the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So, what nationality are you from?
I'm going to say I'm from Africa.
West Africa?
I'm from Africa, but I'm American.
So was your ancestors in slavery?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So you're Judah. You're from the tribe of Judah, which means that the Lord looked like you.
Yeah.
But he was huge and he was mean, and he wasn't all that nice like people say. But he came for you. He's coming back for you, to save you, not these white people.
Because they don't teach you that the white man, he's actually the devil in the Bible that the Bible speaks about. Because it says that there's a verse that says the wicked shall be given, the earth shall be given to the hand of the wicked.
That's Job 9:24. And who owns the whole, basically everything?
because these Caucasians, you know, they own everything. They, you know, they
own the library, Social Security.
basically they police the whole world, you know. And then he's the one that covered up the real Son of God, his real picture. You know, he put up that Jesus Christ image. You know, that's a fake image. So if you want to read how he looked.
Yeah, this is. Let me get you this first. This is St. Matthew 1:21. And he shall bring forth, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name. You see how that says it starts with the I? That's the Old English transliteration, but his real name is Yahushua. And call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now that's these people right here on this sign.
Because they didn't call him Jesus because the letter J wasn't even out when he was here on Earth. You know, letter J barely came in around the 1400s. You know, so
Really,
like
the 1600s.
So like his disciples, you know, they were calling him Yahushua because they didn't even know of the letter J.
And back in Rome, they would kill you if you said that name, because that's the name that we all need to come back to our nationality. Now this is how the Lord looked. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Now what people on the planet Earth have hair like wool? I mean, your hair looks kind of woolly.
You know,
That's what they're trying to hide. Because if you knew who you really were, you'd be really upset. You're one of the princes of the powers. You're the true ruler of the earth and the universe. We basically own the universe. But they don't want us to know that because they want you to call yourself a Negro. They want you to call yourself a Mexican. They don't ever want you to realize that you're a holy person, because that would mess up their system. Because they need us to be in slavery to build up their kingdom, like we did in Egypt.
I was just saying this last night. I was saying that there's a God, but we are God.
That's exactly
Right?
true, yeah.
And what people don't understand is that, like, okay, some people be talking about you can't say you're a God and this and that. No, I said, why not? Aren't you a Christian? Didn't you read that in your Bible where it says that
You show
you are God?
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, well, you're trying to put yourself in a position of being. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's crazy because what you just read, and what I just went
Because
through.
they got to go in.
Well, you were supposed to pass by here, and we were supposed to be here for you.
They need to go into that definition of what God means. Okay, now God, it means Allah, which means power.
Or Elohim.
Basically, that's it.
More angels than one. So we are gods because we helped build this universe. But they don't. These people built everything, all the societies. But if we call ourselves these people, how can we come back and say that we're gods? Because if you were a Judite, nobody would say, "Hey, man, he's not." They would be like, "Oh, he is, man, because he's one of these people." Now, these are the southern kingdom, and this is the northern kingdom. Together, we form the 12 tribes of Israel.
Now, the reason why that the Negroes, the reason why they went into slavery is because they went against the commandments of the Most High. So he allowed for the Negroes to go into slavery, and he used the white man to do that, you know.
Because the white man's the punisher. He's the devil. He's the one that punishes us.
But so this is the last days that we're living in right now, and we're preparing for the Son of God to come back, you know. And how he's going to come back, he's going to save his people through what's called the chariots of Israel. And a chariot is like a ride, you know.
Basically, it's really fun.
So in the Bible, they're called chariots of Israel, which are the UFOs. Okay?
That's why they were.
Those are God's angels.
That's why
right
they
there.
call us gods. Because we're really not from this place.
I'm
Now,
gonna give you our YouTube.
So a lot of people have a misconception that the Lord loves everybody. But he doesn't, because right here in St. John 17:9 it says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, and for they are thine. So you're right, we are gods. Because we're co-inheritors, because we're family. He's basically, Yahushua is basically our father, because there's a thing called reincarnation, and it's in the Bible. So we're coming back time and time again. Let's say 400 years ago I looked as dark as you, but then now I'm like this, and I'm like, what did I do? Now that I came back to who I am, because this skin is a curse. It's basically leprosy. So that's what these people did to get the punishment. That's why we look like that. And then some of these people have the audacity to say that Negroes aren't a part of the 12 tribes. They're the head tribe. You are the head tribe, man. You're Judah. You know, you're supposed to be a king and in power. We're all supposed to be in power, but we're not.
So if you go to YouTube and you just type in GMS and then put the truth, and you'll just see all kinds of videos speaking about the truth. And then this is our video that we're doing right now. If you type in this that word right there, you'll see the channel right there, all our videos. Now, if you want to study some more.
My first name is
Powerful. Terrible power.
exactly what you said.
Hey, that was a.
Shadid is my first name.
That's awesome.
Like fear.
That's how you know that these are the children of the power.
And the word, it has beautiful meaning. And they used to call our power Al Yashadja, which means he like terrible power. So you are a power. But in wars, we were the worst people to fight against because we had those chariots come and just mess things up. That's why this white man invented the airplanes, so they could have aerial superiority. And this guy's crazy.
So if you come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, to the best of your ability, He's gonna make you a ruler, of this earth. You're gonna have all its possessions.
Thousands of women, thousands of wives, millions of children, palaces made of gold. Everything that we don't have. And more importantly, respect. Because nobody's respecting us right now. White people pass by and they laugh at us. Basically, nobody believes that we can convince our people that they're the real heavenly power.
Because the Most High, He marked these Caucasians, because that's the mark of Cain, because Cain killed his brother. And the Most High cursed him for that. He gave him leprosy. He turned his whole body white because Cain, he was a dark man. He was just like you, but his whole body got turned white. And that's the mark. That's the mark right there.
And basically, that's what this white man has the mark because we and him, we're brothers. But look at how he treats us. He stole our land, made us pay rent in our own land. See, I'm paying rent in my own land. How's that crazy? And then they brought the princes over on boats and made them slaves and did terrible things to them. To us, combined, they have done so many wrong things that our Lord is going to come back and just mess everybody up. He has to burn this whole planet because this whole planet is defiled under the rulers of the inhabitants thereof.
Because the first time He destroyed this planet, it was through water, right? But this time it's going to be by fire, and that's going to be called nuclear war. Okay, when there's going to be missiles that are going to be shot over here in America, it's going to destroy this place. Because this place is called the daughter of Babylon. Okay?
You know about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Well, you might want to look those two up because that was the first atom bomb, and that's a weak weapon compared to what they got now. That was atomic fire. This is nuclear fire. This is way worse.
Russia and China, all those Middle Eastern countries, they're going to get together. They're going to shoot missiles, what are they called?
ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Like, that's dangerous. So the only thing we could do is come back to who we are and start praying to Yahweh Hashem. And I just happen to have the names right here written. Do you recognize this writing? That's Hebrew. And this is the ancient Hebrew. And this is what it translates to in English. Yahweh means He exists. Ba means in. Hashem is the name. Yahweh Shai is He delivers.
That's the ancient Hebrew. Because the modern Hebrew, you would say what, Jehovah?
Or
That's not the
Yehoshua.
correct. That's not the correct name.
Because they put little dots and stuff like that, and lines under the letters. Now this is the hand of Yahweh, which is what separates us from Egypt. This means, behold, we're going to witness the covenant between the Son and the Father be poured out into the Israelites, and this means consuming fire, and this means your eyes going to witness it.
So each letter has like a
Deep meaning.
yeah.
Like your name. It has a powerful meaning. Each letter has a meaning.
And
That's a beautiful name.
I wrote the names right here. This is the Heavenly Father's name, Yahweh. 3 syllables, Yahweh. And this is the Son's name, Yahweh God.
Give me to YouTube.
And
All right. So now you're pretty much set.
so if you just study, keep studying, keep watching the videos, learn about the commandments. You know, learn that that it's a sin to shave. If you shave, it's a sin. You know, it's a sin to celebrate Christmas.
Oh man, those are really hard.
Those
There's
are-
a lot of things to learn.
There's a lot of commandments that we don't know about. You know, eating pork. You know, eating pork is a sin.
That's a hard one to get over to, man.
I don't really eat it like that.
That's
either.
good. That's
But
good.
I just came from prison.
Oh.
So being on that yard, they were giving it to us. It was like, shoot.
Why you getting it?
Now I know why a lot of people turn into Muslims or whatever religion they do to get away from pork.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do it to get away from pork, but I see why they end up turning.
That's the worst. That's the worst kind of meat
They
you
give
can
it for
eat.
you for breakfast, lunch.
That's because most of those people in prison are the Lord's chosen people, and we can't eat pork. That's one of the laws. So they're making us break our laws. I show you that we're in captivity, man. And that's a terrible feeling, man. But you know, if you come back to the name and to who you are, the Lord will start changing your life and blessing you for the better.
Start praying in the right name. You know, don't pray to Jesus because that has no power. The name Jesus don't.
Well, it has a negative power because that's who Cristobal Colon brought over and told us basically, because we were dark skinned when he came over here. He told us, this is your God, and we were like, no, that's not, because he's got leprosy. But then after a lot of whippings and beatings, and he made us collect gold for him, and if we didn't collect the quota, he'd chop up our arm, and he'd do that to the nobles.
Yeah, because,
What time does the church open up? I said good morning. I said what time does the house of God open
Is it
up?
even morning too?
No, it's past noon. See, they're not letting him in the church. But he came over here earlier, and we found out that he was one of us. But he forgot that this is the real house of the Most High. See, they basically told him, no, we don't have a church.
see, because if you go and get a church like this, you're gonna have to make a deal with the government.
You have to pay some money.
It's called a 501c3 charter, and you can only preach, you know, certain things.
Yeah, you can preach Jesus, and you can preach pork, and you can preach homosexuality.
You can't preach any destruction, you know. You can't tell the people the truth.
You can't bring out the good scriptures.
All right, well, I got it. I mean, I sat here, I listened to 2 lessons.
Hey, that's good, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Stay up, man.
I've never attended,
This
had
is
opportunities to attend.
This is for you, bro.
I think that's crazy.
We're here every Saturday. And then when the spring starts, we'll be out here Friday. We're going to leave right now. Yeah, we're about to close it up right now. 2 o'clock from it's 12 to 2. All right, have a good one, Shaddai. Yeah, we close it up now. Want to get some closing scriptures and say some things? See, because we had plans. We had plans. We had plans on bringing out Deuteronomy 28. We got to bring out a little bit. But it's more important to do what the Spirit has us doing. See, the Spirit brought Shaddai, the Spirit brought Michael. That's awesome, bro. That's amazing. What was his name? I forgot his name.
Shadinir?
No, Shaddad. This is Shaddad or Shadid, and that's fucking. Well, we had three people that came up and it looked like they were sincere, asking questions, and then we had one big demon with his little demon friends. This is business as usual. This is how business gets conducted here when you're teaching the truth of the Bible, letting everybody know about the Israelites. So, you know,
You know what that means?
keep pushing.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
Angels all around them. Raise them up.
Good job, man.
Raise them up.
Hey, a lot of you people don't know that we're princes. We're rulers of the whole universe.
That's right.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we rule the universe. You people want to laugh and think it's funny. You're not going to laugh when you're in the kingdom with your head down. Nobody's going to want you. You're going to be shamefaced. And a lot of people think we don't have jobs, but we have jobs.
This is Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Yep.
Even so, amen.
Even so. I don't really like saying that last word. I like saying so be true. Because that's basically what it means. So prepare yourself. Death and destruction is coming. Death and destruction is coming for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't believe this, because you're 2/3, and the other nations. Prepare for hardcore slavery. America's Babylon the Great. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people. And even if you look white, but you descend from one of these people, you are one of these. You are an Israelite. So with that, we're going to say, Kal halayim la Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai b'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Till the next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.